Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Let's get started with what we can cover today. So yesterday we covered this modifiers, and that's one of the very, very important topic. And today we're going to cover about main method signature. So this main method is one of the unchangeable portion in your program, which is not going to be changed by anybody. So as it is, you have to write. That's already created by Java. You should not change that. What is the purpose of this main method? If you want to execute any statements in your class, you must have this main method. Under main method, you write any statements or calls or anything, then only your code will execute. Otherwise, your code is not going to execute. That's the main method structure. Okay. So next, static keyword. So what is static? So here already in this main method, there is a static keyword. That means main method is a static method. If static keyword is there, it's a static method. If static keyword is present in the variable, it is a static variable. So simple. If static keyword is not there, that's a non-static method, non-static variable. But what is meant by static? So this is a very important. So it is a non-access modifier keyword. Yesterday we discussed already. And so static keyword can be used with the methods, blocks, and variables. And as well as a nested classes inside also. Nested classes means class inside another class. Nested class you can declare as a static, but not outer class you can declare as a static. So these are all places you can use a static keyword. So where you can use static keyword? For the methods, blocks, variables, and nested classes. When you can use? So when you can use? If some property is common to all objects, then make that property as a static so that it won't occupy more memory. That's when you can use a static keyword. When you can use, so something is common. So you're observing it's common to many objects. That common thing, you declare it as a static. So for example, college name of a students. College name is common to all the students. So the college name you have to declare as a static. Company name of an employees. Company name is common to all employees. That's why company name is a static variable. So you have to declare which is common thing as a static, so that it will occupy memory only once in the memory. It will allocate the memory once, and that will be reused. So memory allocates only once for the static variables and static methods. And same can be reused a number of times. So when this static, where it will store. So did the JVM architecture explain or no for you guys?
No. No, sir.
No? JVM architecture not explained?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
So anyhow, I'll cover it. Okay. So that's the static keyword means. So 3 points you need to remember. Where you can use, when you can use, what is the purpose of static keyword, and why they made it as a static, this main method. What is the reason behind that? So let's understand all these points. I have given where to use. Where to use this static keyword is used on the methods, blocks, variables, as well as nested classes. So in order to create a static member, so like static block, static variable, static method, static nested class, you need to precede its declaration with the keyword static. So if you want to create a static variable, what you need to do? Just variable name before you need to precede a static keyword. And if you want to create a method, the method signature line should have a static keyword. If you want to create a block, just a static keyword you include, static block. So that's about static. And so static class members are basically shareable across all the instances of same class. You can share once you declare that, you can share across all the members of that class. So you declare globally static variable, and you can use in any method. There is no restriction on this. So it will be a global variable. Static variable if you declare global variable, and you can use anywhere. In static method you can use, non-static method you can use that static variables. That's all about static keyword. So there is a lot of theory. I have given examples, but so as of now we don't need all this real-time examples I have given, but so we don't want that much. So, and you can see here static method syntax without parameters. So these syntaxes you have to by heart. There is no other option. So static method you want to create without parameters. What is the syntax? Access modifier. Did I give access modifiers or not? I covered access modifiers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you know access modifiers. What are the access modifiers? Then immediately next to static keyword. Then void keyword. Then method name, parenthesis, curly bracket, method body, curly bracket ends. So this is the static method syntax. With this syntax, you can create n number of methods. See that? Access modifiers. So I'm creating a class, public class, static demo. See, access modifier place, first what I kept? Private. Then static. Then void. Then what is the method name here?
M1.
M1. So this is how you can compare with this syntax. You can compare here. Then next one. So can you tell me what is the access modifier here in this line?
Default, sir.
Default.
Default.
Default. Because the access modifier here is blank. It started directly static keyword. That means this is a blank. Blank means what is that kind of modifier? If you don't specify any modifier, what is the type of that?
Default.
Default.
Default access modifier. And static, void, method name, parenthesis, the method body. Next here, see protected, static, void, method name is M3, parenthesis, that method body. And public static void M4. So this is the how, see, with this syntax only I generated 4 methods. So easy, right? If you remember this syntax and you are not reading this syntax, how can you create? If somebody asks, create a static method without parameters, now can you create? So I saw in one of the interview, they asked just a simple, they want to test your basics. Okay, create a simple static method without any parameters. If you remember this syntax, and you can easily create it. That's why, formulas, you remember the formulas. So remember the formulas. So that is going to help you a lot. That is going to help you a lot. Next. So static method syntax with parameters. So without parameters, with parameters. What is meant by parameter? So I'm going to cover that parameter in the methods topic. So this is the static method again, access modifier, static, void, method name, parenthesis inside the variable declaration, data type, parameter 1. If you want one more parameter, you have to separate with comma. Data type first, parameter name, comma. Data type, parameter 3. So this is the variable declaration, parameter declaration. Parameter declaration, what is the syntax? First data type, parameter. So data type, parameter. So data type, parameter. You can write n number of parameters. Here 0 parameters. Here we are writing 3 parameters till now we are. You can write more. That's why 3 dots I kept. So how many parameters you want, you can declare it. That's the parameterized method you can declare. And see that based on this, I'm creating my own method. So access modifier, you take anything. So how to decide access modifier? So you got a doubt or no? How to decide which access modifier you need to use? How can you decide that? How can you decide which access modifier you need to use?
Depends on accessibility, what we want. So
Exactly, right? That's the answer. Based on what permission you want. What permission you want, based on that you use your keyword. Okay, for this method, what permission you want to give? In the same class, you want to use this method, or you want to use in another class, another package class. Based on that, you decide the access modifier. Then what you learn yesterday theory? Only Vishal, right? You are answered. Others are silent. So based on the theory, you can apply here. So whatever the points in your mind, that only can give you clarity here. So which one I need to use, which one I need to use, you will get a confusion there. So no need to get confusion. If you remember those points, whatever I explained, where you want to use this method, based on that, you decide the access modifier. Then static keyword, I told you static is it's not going to give any function, but it is going to change the meaning. What is that? So it is going to be common to all. So static void M5, method name M5, see that. So data type is int A. So here, what is the data type? What is the parameter here?
integer.
A is a parameter, data type is integer.
Data type is integer. Int is a data type, A is a parameter. See here formula very clearly it is here. Very, very clearly. You can compare, okay. In this data type place, what is here? Int. In this P place, what is there? A is there. A is a parameter name. So A data type is an integer. That means you have to give. So A data type is an integer type of data only. So next, see second comma also there. Then first data type, then B. Float is the data type and B you have to give. Then character data type C. So method body. So this is the static method syntax with parameters. Then static variable syntaxes. So static variable syntax is access modifier, static, data type, variable name equal to value semicolon. See access modifier I have given already. Static. So data type, variable name equal to variable value semicolon. This is the variable declaration and assigning a value. Sometimes you can declare only variable. That means this assignment operator, this right portion won't be there. That's a declaration. But this one, you are declaring a variable and assigning a value. Both. But all these are so declaring and assigning a value. So access modifier is default. Static. Data type is a string. variable name is yes, and this one is assignment operator. What do you call this? Single equal to what do you call this? Assignment operator. So equal to selenium in double quotes. So what this meaning? So assignment operator, what it is doing? It is copying the right side value to left side variable. What is the assignment operator will do? Right side value is copied to left side variable. Again, I'm telling, right side value will be copied to left side variable. Who is doing that copying? Assignment operator. Who is copying this value into this variable? Assignment operator. So when you use assignment operator, that means right side there is a value. This value is storing here in this variable. That's the meaning of assignment operator. See, access modifier is a public here. Static. So data type is a string. Variable name is a college name. Assignment operator JNU. So next, access modifier is a private, static, int I equal to 10. Protected static float x equal to 25.5 f. That means, so 25.5 value you are copying into x. Now x contains 25.5 value. Now I contains 10 value. Who is copying this 10 into I? This assignment operator.
Assignment operator.
That's the assignment operator responsibility. If you use assignment operator, right hand side value is copied into left hand side variable. So that's the all about. So you know what is a double equal to means? So what is double equal? It's a comparison operator. It's a comparison operator. It compares. So it compares, okay? It is basically comparing. Okay. So now you can think of this. Now public static boolean B2 equal to, now this is the assignment operator. Now right hand side I double equal to x. What is I double equal to x? Double equal to, when you can use double equal to first?
Comparison operator.
Compare whether it is
When
true
you
or
can
false.
use compare, when you can do a comparison between when? So
Two
what?
values, two variables.
Numbers, right? Numbers,
numbers, yeah.
you can do a comparison. So that numbers in between only will use comparison operator. Now this output, what is this output now? Can you tell me what is the output of this? What is the I value?
10, sir.
We can assume
10,
10.
10.
What is the X value?
25.5.
25.5.
So that means 10 equal to 25.5. So true or false?
False.
So that means this output is you are getting a false. False will go and store in the B2. So that's a assignment operator. Right side value false is storing in a B2. Who is doing that copying? Assignment operator is doing. And double equal to what it is doing? Comparing these two values are same or not. If not same, returns false. If it is same, returns true. So that's the so all this. So variables, the static keyword, main purpose. Then static blocks. So static blocks generally, so use it to execute your main method before you want to execute. So your main method before you want to execute. So these will be executes only once when class is loaded. So even main method before you want to execute, then you can take a static block. So static block is represented with this static keyword, curly bracket, and write your print statements or logical statements or calculations, anything under this, what you want to execute under static block. Any precondition code you want to execute, You can put under static block that will execute without calling anything, without calling under main method also. You don't need to call, automatically that will execute. That's the static block. And why do you want to make main method as a static? So because main method is common to all the lines of code, right? First main method only starts execution. The cursor will be in the main method only first. Cursor will be there only. From there only code will execute. If you don't make main method as a static, what will happen? And every time you call to execute one line of code, it will create object for that, the main method. So it will occupy more memory. Like 10 lines are there, 10 times the memory occupies. Instead of that, if you make it as a static, one time memory allocates, and that will be reused a number of times, so that it will save the memory. Unnecessary memory will be saved by making a main method as a static. That is the reason they made it as a static. Okay, so that's all, and we'll come back and we'll discuss about void keyword. Okay, so another 20 minutes we have, right? Let's go and finish that void keyword and other keywords today, and then we'll start tomorrow data types. So please join back.